So the Minnesota Vikings are set to take on the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field, the Windy City, and it's going to be an interesting matchup because I feel like this could be the perfect gotcha game for the Vikings, so I'm going to knock on wood. And I mentioned this to Brandon, one of our guys at BMP, and I want to immediately say that I understand that it is the Bears right now where Caleb Williams hasn't scored an offensive touchdown, has not had a passing touchdown in a couple of weeks now. Doesn't matter. This is literally the type of game that the Vikings will allow him to throw 4 touchdowns. And so there are 10 keys to a victory. So here are 10 Vikings keys to a victory versus the Chicago Bears. And without further ado, we're going to stop wasting time. So number one, it's pretty simple. We have to spell Aaron Jones and feed Cam Akers and Ty Chandler because Aaron Jones, you can see it. He is not running with the same vigor that he was in the earlier parts of the season. And Cam Akers has done admirably in his limited role in being that number 2 running back for the Vikings. And Ty Chandler, there's games where Ty Chandler looks like a number 1 running back in the NFL. And then there's games, well, he doesn't. And so obviously Aaron Jones, we want him to be fresh for the playoffs. We want him to be in a spot where, yes, he is 100% and has that same burst that we know and love. And we got to give it to Cam Akers and Ty Chandler and let them do their thing. And you got to use the force. This is not another lame Star Wars joke. It's a play action joke. So obviously you got to use running the football to your benefit here. You got to be able to take on the secondary and obviously fake the handoffs to Akers and Chandler and really get this passing game going. And I think that using the play action will be a big part of that. Number 3, we got to keep Caleb Williams in the pocket and bring pressure because I'm not gonna die by the sword. I'm gonna die by the sword. Excuse me. So essentially, when Caleb Williams is out of the pocket, he can just do so many things to you that really hurt you. And we cannot let him ad lib. We cannot let him just do things by the seat of his belt. We have to find a way to keep him in the pocket and get after him. Number 4. TJ Hawkinson has to get back to getting TJ Hawkinson targets. It's time to take this thing seriously. Please, my fantasy team is begging you. But TJ Hawkinson, yes, there's been a couple of weeks where he hasn't been bad, but we have not seen those double-digit targets that we want to see for TJ Hawkinson, especially over the middle. Number 5, Justin Jefferson. When I say he needs to go off, this just seems like such a it's been a good season for Justin Jefferson, but you get that kind of contract in the offseason, we need to see more. And I think that this could be the game where he goes up and absolutely goes up against guys like Jalen Johnson and gets the job done. Number 6, O-line, we got to get it together. So Sam Bradford was amazing last game against the Titans, basically running for his life. And if you watch the game, the offensive line was god-awful. And, I mean, let's be real. You cannot expect to allow Sam Darnold to get pressured that much and win many more games. And so offensive line, I know that there's new pieces and everything, but we got to get this thing figured out. Number 7, we got to make Caleb Williams, spoiled it, make Caleb Williams beat you, and you have to shut down the run where, again, Caleb Williams, he will serve up a couple of turnovers once in a while. He does like to take chances. Again, I'm knocking on wood here, but you have to take this very seriously. You have to keep him in the pocket. Don't let him ad lib and shut down the running game to make things easier on yourself. Number 8, don't take the Bears lightly. I know that we just basically said that, but again, this would be the perfect game and the most telling game for the Vikings to be the Vikings and allow this type of team to beat you. You have to go into Soldier Field. And you have to play like this is the game to get into the playoffs. We cannot take the Bears lightly. Don't be your old selves and show up and play down to your opponent's level. Leave no doubt. Number 9, we got to blanket Rome Odunze, where Rome is a stud, and I think he's going to play a long time in this league. But overall, we have to put our playmakers on their playmakers, on our defensive playmakers on their offensive playmakers, and we have to make plays on the ball against Rome Odunze and company. We cannot let them get going because, yes, like we said, Caleb Williams will throw it up and let him go get it, and we just can't let that happen. And then number 10, we need to play a complete game. It has been eons since we have seen this team actually play a complete game where, for the entirety of it, they are dominant on the defensive side of the football, they get turnovers, they run the ball effectively, and put up points on the board and just shellac somebody. We have not seen it since probably the earlier part of the season. We need to get back to playing the most complete game that this team has seen in a while. And please, just take care of business, do it soundly, and leave no doubt. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.